This is news to absolutely no one, but imposter syndrome is basically synonymous with academia. We could spend hours debating kind of like where that comes from, part of that is the heavy self-selection, it's a bunch of kids who were very successful in school, they were always the smart ones, and then they enter a room where everyone is the smart one. Huge angle about kind of like what you see from research and how the process actually looks like, showing the best side towards the world. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about feeling stupid. So almost everyone I talk to in my environment, in an academic environment, relates to feeling stupid. It's very strange if you think about it, because, as I mentioned, these are all the high achievers, the smart cookies in the class. And then I think that's part of the issue, that we are just like used to getting all the answers right. But this feeling stupid is somehow so general and so ever present in academia that I couldn't really just like walk past it. Then, when I went home to visit some family, my supervisor sent me an article for the plane ride, being like, I really like this, maybe you will too. The article was titled "The Importance of Stupidity in Scientific Research." I'll relink it in the description. It's a great article. It basically makes 2 points about this feeling stupid and like the purpose or the role of stupidity in scientific research. Feeling stupid in research is not a bug, but really like a feature. It's baked into it. People don't understand how insanely, inherently hard it is to do academic research. There are just like so many parameters that have to come together right. And you are quite literally doing something that has just like never been done, right? And then the whole process is very rigorous, a lot of thinking, very heavy mental labor involved. It's just inherently a really, really, really hard thing to do. A good heuristic from the article again is that like if you don't feel stupid while working on your research problem, you're likely not working on a hard enough problem. Because then, if the answers are trivial, then, why is it research? And this kind of ties into the second point that the article makes, is that doing research is about, like, confronting our absolute stupidity. And when I first read this sounds like very funny, the absolute stupidity, haha, how funny. But, like, then it goes into a bit of a detail, like, there is this, like, relative feeling of stupidity when you are sitting in, like, a class with other students and then other people already got the idea, but you're still struggling. Like, it's not that's, like, a relative stupidity. And then there is also kind of, like, the ignorant stupidity when you're trying to do something without the necessary kind of, like, prerequisites, so to say. And then that is again a different feeling of stupidity. Research is about like the big capital absolute stupidity of us as humans, as mankind together. It's like the big unknown, research is about finding answers to questions that people just didn't do yet. You are always by default pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. And, what's out there is stupidity, right? Because, like, the difference between knowing and not knowing is there's this feeling of being stupid. When there is something that you would like to know and you don't know it, you will feel stupid. Coincidentally, every research question is something that we don't know, but we would like to know. Yeah? See how that's kind of like coming together? I think we, as kind of like, especially PhDs, but after a conversation with like kind of different levels on the tenure track, it's kind of like this always looking up for answers. We as PhDs, we look at kind of like the junior faculty for the answers, and then they look for the senior faculty for answers. And then this kind of always looking for answers and feeling like there should be someone with the answers for our problems is very pervasive in academia. And there are a lot of cases where like someone does have the answers, when it comes to kind of like the procedures and like the strategy on like how to publish something. So there's a lot of pieces of the puzzle where it's useful to look for answers from your seniors. But when it comes to the actual research you're doing, no one has the answers. If, your supervisor would just have the answers, it wouldn't be a research problem, right? Because, like, the whole idea of a research problem, a research question, it's a question. There is no answer attached to it. It is your job as a researcher to find an answer. And then, of course, this is, again, we tie back to the beginning, right? Because you will feel like, oh, but what if I'm not qualified, blah, 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 blah. No, it's your issue. You have to do something about it, right? This is your research problem now. And kind of the beautiful thing in science is that everyone just kind of like bumbles along, tries stuff, doesn't work, tries other stuff, and of course the end product is going to be this beautiful polished paper which like walks through a straight storyline of like how we came to this beautiful conclusion. But like if you talk to researchers about the process, it's always a mess. And that's kind of the game, if you have a research question, there are no answers to it, so you will be the person kind of like doing all the stumbles and bumbling along trying to find it. So There are no answers anywhere. It's your research problem. You should go do something about it. If you want to avoid some of the common pitfalls that I learned the hard way over the first year of my PhD, I have a video about that. So you can check it out over here. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.